Well, hi everyone. Meteorologist Rusty Dawkins looking at a snowfall potential as we head through and past Thanksgiving. And it's going to affect quite a few of us in certain places. So and models are kind of all over the place, but let's take a look at what we're thinking as of right now. Now it's Monday when I'm recording this, and we're going to look at snowfall potential and otherwise through the next weekend. So that's a solid 5, 6, 7 days away. So things may change, but here's what we have. Now this is just kind of an overview of timing. This starts Thursday at 6 p.m., starts to move into the Panhandle and overtakes about the western quarter of the state by noon on Friday. So already past Thanksgiving. This is if you have travel plans after Thanksgiving, like headed home or wherever. If you're headed out on Friday and you're headed into western Nebraska, then you've got maybe some snow to deal with by Friday evening. Pushes a little bit further east, maybe even in northeastern Nebraska towards Sioux City, O'Neill, maybe. But notice Grand Island, Columbus, Lincoln, Beatrice still pretty quiet by Friday night. Then it kind of evolves, and then southwestern Nebraska gets the second push of energy, some heavier snow there. That transitions east, runs into some warmer air. Notice the pink. That means a rain-snow mix, maybe a little ice. South central Nebraska, the potential for seeing the most amount of snow by Saturday, 4 p.m. This all moves east, kind of weakens as it does. This is Saturday night, and by Sunday morning, still lingering by 2 a.m. before it moves on out. So that's your timing. Now, how much snow are we talking about? Well, models like to overdo it when it's this far out. So grain of salt. But for all intents and purposes, there's a snow chance. And how much could we see? Well, this is model number 1. As it moves into the western half of the state, you're looking at 2 to 4, maybe 5 inches of snow. Again, probably overdoing it a little bit. Then as we head into Saturday afternoon, it starts to move into central Nebraska. You're looking at a half an inch to an inch of snow there, so not a whole lot. But notice western Nebraska starting, if the snow continues, it would start to pile up. And then into eastern Nebraska by Saturday night, and you're only looking at an inch or less for eastern Nebraska, and you're looking at more in western Nebraska. That's model number 1. Model number 2, kind of similar. Western half of the state seeing more, Panhandle especially, by Friday. By Saturday afternoon, tries to move into eastern Nebraska, but makes it more into central Nebraska by this time frame. Starting to pile up in western Nebraska with a lot of snow, but again, probably overdoing it. And then as we head into Sunday morning, very early Sunday morning, southwest Nebraska is kind of the bullseye of this one. 1 to 2, maybe 3 inches of snow for eastern Nebraska, 3 to 6 inches of snow for central, and 6 to a lot in western and southwestern Nebraska. But again, probably overdoing it somewhat. Model number 3 doesn't go as far out. So these mid-range models are just now starting to pick up on this storm, and it's saying the same thing, that western Nebraska, as we get starting Thursday night into Friday, starts to see that snow picking up. So it's early, still got 5, 6, 7 days yet before this actually comes into fruition, but models are starting to hint at this potential for snow, especially for the western half of the state. So follow me on all these channels, YouTube, which is where we're at right now. If you subscribe and click the little bell, that would be awesome. That way you know when I do post more updates, which I will likely be doing all week. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all the same. Rusty WX for all of those. So thank you, and we'll see you next time.